Inktober. Yes, as you can see, this is another Inktober video. I made one last week and thought I made another one for this week. And I guess I started off pretty strong this week. I like this piece a lot. But yeah, then I guess I think it feels weird because when you do Inktober you think like, yeah, that's a chance to be more creative and stuff, but also you're more creative because you make all of these, like, you draw for all of these friends, you draw every day, almost every day in my case. But weird thing is that I find myself wanting to draw other things. Some prompts I'm like very excited for, but then I feel like I don't want to draw that with other prompts, and I start drawing something else and I realize, oh shit, I need to draw this one. So I've done a lot of other things except for drawing the Inktober stuff too. And I think that this is like the last Inktober video you will see this year, because I've made so many other things that I feel like maybe I should just film that instead, because otherwise it'll feel like you're just milking a concept, and that'll be pretty boring after a while, because it's just like me drawing these prompts and it doesn't really help a lot of people who want inspiration, because these are prompts that have been, and not that are gonna be, that I draw beforehand to give people inspiration, because they have already drawn these. And because of that, like, I guess I think it's fun to see what other people did, and also when I'm looking for inspiration I don't know what to draw or uncertain of a word and I want to clarify it a bit more, I go and look at others' art to see what they did. Also, right at this point I pretty much murdered my micron. It's so dry. And yeah, just going over shadowing here. Wow. But like I was saying, I don't want to milk the concept too much or anything like that. So I also feel like I've improved. The thing is, it was going through my mind to make a video about Yada Hashira from Kimetsu no Yaiba. Now, for people who have only watched the anime, although Hashira isn't really that big. I know movies, I don't know, the movie hasn't come out yet as of the release of this video. No, it hasn't, right? Or I'm just confused. But yeah, I've obviously read the manga that recently ended, which is sad because I wanted it to continue, but still. And one of my favorite characters comes from there. He's gonna appear in the movie. But yeah, so I kind of want to draw all the Hashira, and despite people not knowing it so well if they only watched anime, you know Shinobu a lot, I guess. Million names. But yeah, like Goku Kojiro is maybe a bit harder to remember. He's the Fire Hashira. He becomes very relevant later, and he is my favorite character from Demon Slayer. But I tried drawing him again, because I had this idea of drawing all the Hashira, like I said, and for a video, and I started doing it. I started posting them on Instagram, and I never finished them, because right about, like, I had my old style of drawing, and right about then I learned a new way to draw that made, like, it improved my art a lot. So I feel like I can't post this because my art has improved, and I want to like redraw them. So I tried redrawing Rengoku, and guess what? He looked a lot better. So I guess those that I drew, I can make a comparison of how much better I've gotten. Maybe even tell some secrets. No, or maybe I'm just dumb because I didn't know those things. But hey, it's like, can you blame me? I'm pretty new to stuff. And I still have a lot to learn. So that's also what's good with Inktober, because it takes you out of your comfort zone drawing new stuff that you haven't. See, somehow I managed to get it back to Inktober. Woohoo! I realize I'm not talking lots about the drawings. Now this one was armor, and I was like super hyped up about getting to draw this prompt until when like I was supposed to sit down and draw it, because then I had done another project at school where I was like pretty much inking and all of that, and all my energy just disappeared and we ended up with this mess. I had a reference for the armor, but even so, I'm not too happy with how this turned out. And then we had the rocket one. I was just like, okay, I haven't watched Pokemon. Say what you will about that, but I still was like, Rocket, you can draw Team Rocket. But I ended up just drawing this wacky rocket thingy because having the energy to do anything else. These, like, both the armor one and this rocket one weren't exactly good days for me. So I just did something. And it ended up with something. What I found like with the hair here was that both of these figures standing there were supposed to be silhouettes. So if I gave them like light in the hair, like so, then that would make the hair stand out and you would easily see that was hair. And then I tried another way of shading for the metal here. I used a similar method for the armor, and I thought, hey, that kind of looks a bit like metal. Why don't we use it here too? So that's what I ended up doing. Just felt like there wasn't enough shading, so I went in a bit more. Obviously this sped up, but I would have loved to be able to draw that fast. But I bet I would have killed my pen if I was trying to do that. Rip. But yeah, this is still a mess. I'm not too happy with it, but I've done things that I'm less happy with. So here we are. I still have the prompt for today left. Because of circumstances, I haven't had time to draw it yet, but the video is more important to get out in time so I don't have it like left for the evening or something when all of my family are at home and making noise and I have to go outside and it's dark and I have other things to do and then it's food or dinner rather, and I won't have time to record and I will be angry with myself. This is the latest one I did. This one I made yesterday and I'm actually happy with it. The prompt was Storm, and I didn't really know how to draw it because I wanted to draw a character, so I just searched up references for a yukata and found one that I liked. Tried to draw it kind of movement in the wind. It ended up so-so. You can still see that it's like blowing. You get a feeling of the motion of the wind through this whole thing, but still not too happy with that. And I wanted a pattern on it because all of these yukatas I saw and used as reference, at least the first ones I like that, it had like these pretty patterns and stuff, mostly like flower patterns, and I felt like, I want something like that too, but I'm kind of too lazy to draw all the details. Surprise. So, and I also tried like these trees. I just felt like, how do I do this fast? I should have added some like motion to them as well. Just fast lines showing that they're moving. But I only realized that after I had taken pictures of it, and I was just like, no, I don't feel like taking these pictures again and record even more and just during those lines that I sound lazy. I realize that, but it's still true. So yeah, what I'm using for Inktober, at least for, yeah, I used my like glitter ink thingies for that sand one, and here I have Sakura brush pen from, yeah, that I got last year. Sadly, I got it after Inktober last year. I think I got it for Christmas. Yeah, I got it for Christmas. And they work pretty good. I was kind of so-so about the colors, which was why I didn't want to buy them myself, but my mom was trying to get a Christmas present for me, and I was just like, hey, I kind of want those anyways. So she bought them for me, because I was so unsure if I should like buy them on my own. And she still needed to give me something, and that was the best I could think of. But I like how they are. The color selection is kind of, I feel, limited depending on what you're trying to make with them. I feel like I can't use them as much because their colors are so like specifically not what I would use most normally. But they are also like Japanese thing. I mean, yeah, Sakura, Japanese brand. So I think that they work very well with this drawing, because that was like perfect colors for it, which I'm actually happy with. Normally I usually use them like for a little comic that I'm just making quick now, where the main character has two different color eyes, and I just thought I should make something a little bit more fun with this comic, so I color in everyone's eyes, but I leave everything else black and white. So that just gives them a cool effect, I guess you could say, because then you kind of recognize the character, and at the same time I get to use these pens that I thought like, hey, I got these pens now, I can use them for the next Inktober, and that's what I did. Here's the finished product, my favorite one. I like her face. Well, that's all, so thank you for watching, and bye!